Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for a deep dive into some timeless financial wisdom?
Always ready for that.
We're cracking open The Richest Man in Babylon in action.
A classic. Love that book.
It takes those famous Babylonian parables by George S. Clason and gives them this really cool modern spin, all thanks to Dan Strutzel.
Yeah, he does a great job bridging that gap, because honestly, who would thought that advice from ancient Babylon would still be so relevant today?
Right. But that's the thing about timeless wisdom. So we'll be pulling those golden nuggets from both the original parables and Strutzel's insights.
Excellent. Looking forward to it.
And for our listeners, we know you're busy, so no worries, this isn't a history lecture. We're all about those aha moments, those practical takeaways you can actually use.
Absolutely. Gotta love a good aha moment.
Yeah, exactly. So let's jump right into the heart of Babylon, shall we? We meet these two everyday guys, Bansir and Kobbi, just regular dudes working hard but feeling like wealth is always out of reach.
Oh, I know that feeling, don't we all?
Right. It's like no matter how much you earn, true wealth always seems just beyond grasp.
And the book actually backs that up with a pretty crazy stat. Almost 40% of workers over 62 postpone retirement just because of financial worries.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of people working longer than they planned. Makes you think, doesn't it?
It really does. And it kind of makes you reflect on your own journey, right? Like, remember when you were younger, all those dreams of where you'd be financially by now?
Definitely. We all have those someday aspirations.
Totally. So how's that matching up with your reality? Something to ponder, but no judgment here. Promise. We're all figuring it out as we go.
Right. Exactly. It's a journey, not a race.
Okay, so we've got Bansir and Kobbi stuck in this financial rut. Enter Arkad, the richest dude in Babylon.
The OG of wealth.
Right. And get this, no lottery win, no inheritance.
Self-made her.
Totally. Arkad built his fortune by learning and mastering the laws of wealth.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
But here's the plot twist. He wasn't some greedy hoarder. The guy was incredibly generous, like seriously generous. Family, charity, you name it. He believed in giving back.
Interesting. Most people think wealth and generosity are at odds with each other.
That's the scarcity mindset trap. But Arkad was all about abundance. He believed that sharing his wealth actually invited more into his life.
Makes sense when you put it like that. It's about shifting that perspective.
Exactly. And get this, even though Arkad was already crazy wealthy, he never stopped learning.
Never too rich to learn, huh?
Never. He was all about continuous growth, always seeking knowledge to build and maintain his wealth.
So inspiring.
Right. Means it doesn't matter where you are in your financial journey right now, it's never too late to turn things around.
Love that message of hope.
And, there are some pretty inspiring modern-day examples. The book even mentions Donald Trump and Martha Stewart.
No way, really?
Oh, yeah. They both faced huge setbacks, even bankruptcies, but they bounced back stronger than ever.
Resilience. It's a powerful thing.
It really is. So, how did Arkad do it?
Right.
He had these 7 cures for a lean purse, practical steps anyone could take. And the first one might surprise you.
Hit me with it.
It's all about fattening that purse.
Okay, sounds simple enough, but how?
The book emphasizes carrying a good chunk of cash, like $100, on you at all times.
Interesting. I'd probably just spend it.
But that's the thing. It's not about spending. It's about shifting your mindset.
Mindset, right.
Yeah. When you see and feel that cash regularly, you're more conscious of your spending habits. You start to feel wealthier.
I can see that. It's like a constant reminder of your financial goals, almost like a little motivational boost every time you open your wallet.
Precisely. But I know some of our listeners might be thinking, hold on, I deserve to enjoy life now. I don't want to just hoard cash.
Which brings us to cure number 2. Budgeting without feeling deprived.
The dreaded B word.
I know, right? But it doesn't have to be scary. The book's approach is all about finding that sweet spot between enjoying life and saving for the future.
So it's not about deprivation. It's about conscious spending, making choices that align with your values and goals. Exactly. It's about balance. All right, now for cures 3 and 4. Things get interesting because this is where we dive into the world of investing. Arkad tells this story about lending money to a shield maker.
A shield maker. Sounds a little ancient even for this book.
I know, right? But it actually connects to a very modern concept, passive income.
Okay, now we're talking. Passive income is like the holy grail of financial freedom. Tell me more.
It's about generating money that doesn't require your constant direct effort. Is your money working for you even while you sleep?
Sounds like a dream come true.
Right. And the best part is that it's not just some made-up concept. The IRS even has specific definitions for earned and passive income. It's legit.
Intriguing. Maybe we need a whole separate deep dive just on passive income.
Definitely something to think about. But first, we've got a few more of Arkad's cures to unpack.
So we left off talking about Arkad's, let's call it an unconventional investment strategy, lending money to a shield maker.
It does seem a bit out there at first glance, right?
But it's really about recognizing those opportunities to create passive income streams. That money just keeps flowing in, even when you're not actively working for it.
It's a powerful concept, no doubt. And speaking of timeless wisdom, let's move on to the next two cures on Arkad's list. Cure number 5 is all about making your dwelling a profitable investment.
Real estate. It's a tale as old as time, right? That deep-seated desire for a place of our own.
It's true, and it's more than just bricks and mortar. It's about that feeling of security, that sense of stability. Like back in ancient Babylon, those massive walls weren't just for show.
Right. They provided protection, a sense of safety, and owning your own home today, well, it can have that same psychological effect.
Totally. It's your little piece of the world, the sanctuary. But the book also cautions against overextending yourself, right?
Absolutely. Don't get caught up in buying more house than you can comfortably afford. It's not about impressing anyone.
It's about finding that balance between having a place that feels truly yours without it becoming a financial burden.
Exactly. Peace of mind is priceless.
Couldn't agree more. Now, cure number 6 is something we hear a lot about these days. Planning for retirement.
Yes. Provide in advance for the needs of thy growing age and the protection of thy family. Even ancient Babylonians knew the importance of a good retirement plan.
Right. And it's something we all need to be thinking about, regardless of age.
Totally. The sooner the better, I always say. That's the beauty of compound interest, Time is your best friend.
So true. It's never too early to start planning for those golden years. Now, for Arkad's final cure. This one's a bit of a call to action.
Hit me with it.
It's increase thine ability to earn. Basically, challenging ourselves to constantly grow our earning potential.
I love that. It's so empowering. We're not stuck where we are. There's always room to level up.
Exactly. And that could mean different things for different people. Maybe it's asking for that promotion, maybe it's starting a side hustle, or maybe it's investing in your education.
So true. There's really no limit to how you can grow and increase your value in the marketplace.
Exactly. And that ties in beautifully with another important concept from the book, luck.
Luck? I thought we were talking about financial planning.
We are. But the book actually dives into the idea of a goddess of good luck. Makes you wonder if luck is something we can actually control, right?
Well, now I'm really interested.
Right. The book suggests that luck isn't entirely random. It's about recognizing opportunities when they arise.
Okay, so it's not just about wishing on a four-leaf clover.
Not quite. It's about being prepared, having the right skills and knowledge, so when opportunity knocks, you're ready to answer.
There's that famous quote, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity.
Exactly. It's about making yourself lucky. The book really stresses that developing valuable skills, being a lifelong learner, setting clear goals.
Because if you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there.
Precisely. All right, now, for the heart of it all, the meat and potatoes, the 5 laws of gold. These are like the guiding principles for building wealth that have stood the test of time.
The golden rules, the commandments of wealth, let's hear them.
All right, they're just as relevant today as they were back then.
All right, lay them on me. What's number 1? So before we took a pause, we were on the subject of debt, a challenge many people face, both then and now.
Yeah, and speaking of challenges, The Richest Man in Babylon has this chapter that really caught my attention. It's titled, The Luckiest Man in Babylon. Sounds a bit ironic, considering it's about this character, Shurunada, who's, well, a slave.
A slave, huh? That doesn't sound very lucky.
Right. But here's the thing. Shurunada, despite his situation, finds a sense of contentment and purpose. He doesn't see work as this horrible thing, but as a path to freedom, a way to improve himself.
Okay, now that's interesting. It's about perspective, isn't it?
Totally. And it makes me think of Brian Tracy's 21 Success Secrets. He talks about approaching work with passion and purpose, regardless of what you do.
Finding that inner drive can make all the difference.
Absolutely. It's about focusing on the bigger picture, on the journey, not just the destination. So to bring it all together, The Richest Man in Babylon, it's not just some ancient relic. It's a treasure trove of wisdom that's still so relevant today.
Timeless principles that can transform our relationship with money.
Exactly. Whether it's budgeting, investing, dealing with debt, or even finding joy in our work, those Babylonian parables have something to teach us.
It's about taking control, making mindful choices, and building a life of true abundance.
And the best part, it's a journey we can all take.
The tools and wisdom are there. What will you do with them?
That's the million-dollar question, or should we say the richest man in Babylon question. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. Until next time.